Hey, it's Let's Chat with Miss D. Hey, I just want to come on and share my opinion as I drive along to get to my podcast. Oh, did I say podcast? I'm sorry. Not podcast. I haven't started one yet. Hey, as I'm driving along, you are welcome to hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it so much. But I want to share my opinion. It's just an opinion of mine on this Diddy Trial. Things that I have seen from other content creators, including the news. You know, it's very interesting how the content creators and the news media are collabing. It is very interesting. History is being made. It's like, wow. You now have you could not even get an average person on the news unless it was about them or their family members. That's the only way you can get them on there. But as you can see now, you have these journalists inviting these YouTubers, content creators, on their panels. They want to share their platform with them, and it's very interesting that it's happening like that. Anyway, we're going to get it started. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is Pixar style. I know some of you are used to me doing food videos, what have you, but that has changed. I decided that I want to try something a little different, and I'm going to see how it works. So come on aboard. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you may. I appreciate you. And we're going to get it started, y'all. As I said, y'all. This Diddy Trial here. Wow. I mean, it is getting very interesting. And I can only imagine those who are there, the journalists, the content creators. You got Diddy supporters that are out there on the front line rooting for Diddy. It is so interesting how watching what is going on in New York. Just imagine if you were there to see all of that go down. You have people out on the outside that are filming on the outside. You have those who are on the inside getting first-hand information. And you have folks like myself sitting back at home watching all the chaos going on. It is so interesting. Juror number 6. They got juror number 6 out of there because of him not, I guess what he probably did, I'm not exactly for sure, but it seems like he did not update his information on where he was living. which was out of the jurisdiction of the trial. And apparently, when he received when he was selected as a juror, he was living in that area, and it seems as though he moved out. I don't know. But they let him go. But then you have another juror. You have another juror who they don't know if they want to keep him or not. They don't know if they want to keep that juror because apparently that juror brought to the judge's attention that someone reached out to him. He wasn't for sure. He or she, whoever it was, they were not for sure where that person got their number from. They called him and asked them, "Are you juror number 6?" And of course, they were juror number 7. And it's like, okay, I suspect that something like that will go down with jurors dropping off once you get to the end of the trial. I had actually suspected that. But then you have another juror they have in a limbo. So it's like, okay, this juror has vertigo. And I thought, wow, it's a possibility that juror may be back on Friday, or they may not. Vertigo can last up to a week, according to someone that I know had vertigo. But that's a whole different story because that person I know that had vertigo, they filed a lawsuit against the company because they felt that they got vertigo when they was working at that company. That was an interesting story, but back to this Diddy, the diddler, Sean Diddy Combs, and his trial. For some reason, it looked like to me that this is going to be a mistrial. That's just to me. I don't know how some of these other people feeling, but jurors are dropping like they flies. That's what they're doing. And Diddy is innocent until proven guilty. So I'm wondering exactly how is this trial going to go down? Because I want to say they got about a week or so left with this trial. It's going to be very interesting to see how everything go down. Because it's almost like he has the dream team of lawyers. And my thing is, will they be able to pull it off? Because he is spending a lot of money. A lot of money. But will he be able to pull it off? Because he has these top lawyers. You know, they can change anything around. You see how those people popped up outside that trial with free Diddy t-shirts. Not saying that the lawyers had something to do that, but somebody funded some money for that to happen for Diddy. He got somebody to back him up. But Diddy will say that he is bad boy for life. Can't stop and won't stop. If he get off on this, imagine he's going to think it was okay. What he was doing was okay. Who knows? Maybe he'll continue. Maybe he won't. But it's interesting to see how this all go down. And once the verdict is read, will it be a mistrial? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who am I? I wanted to share my opinion on it. And it's very sad that, his children, some of them is without a mother and a father. Some of them will be without a father. But at least they will be able to pay him a visit. But I just think it's so interesting how chaotic it got on the outside. You had a gentleman that deliberately on the outside brought his he had like a, what was that, like some kind of little boom box to where he wanted to play music so that the content creators will get a copyright strike. I thought to myself, that is the work of a demonic person. Why would he even do something like that? That was interesting. But some of those content creators, I'm sure they knew exactly what to do when it came to that type of music to get him a copyright strike. I'm sure they know what to do with that. They made sure that they walked away from him. And someone called him out. The lady who was thrown out of the courtroom, she called him out. She called him out and told him that he told her the day before that he was going to play some music so those YouTubers can get a copyright strike. And she said it to his face. Made him look real bad. I said, that is so interesting. You got people that are doing all kinds of stuff in front of that court. That didn't happen like Bill Cosby. That didn't happen like that to Weinstein. That just didn't happen. But it's happening with Sean Combs because Sean Combs is part of the culture. And it's a whole different generation when it comes to him. And it's very interesting how things are happening around the court. I was listening to this one young lady. She has this podcast. Her name is Rotten Mango. She goes by Rotten Mango. And some of the stories that she was telling while she was in that courtroom, how Diddy looked in the area that she was in, and when he turned around, she wasn't for sure if he was talking about her or someone behind her or someone on the side of her. But his mouth movement said, I know you. That is scary. She was saying how she had to move 8 different times because you had people asking her, where are you staying? And I thought that is so interesting. When you have someone asking you, where are you staying? You want to ask them, What business is that to you? Why do you want to know where am I staying? You have to confront that person to see exactly where they're coming from. And they probably will learn a lesson from that. They probably will not ask you that question again, because there is no reason for you to ask me, where am I staying? If I didn't ask you that question, don't ask me that. I'm just saying. But it is so ironic how things are going down at that trial. And hopefully they can get a wrap up on this, and there's no mistrial, and everything fall in place like it should. Is it a Rico? Is this a Rico trial? I don't see it. I don't see it as a Rico trial. The reason why I don't see it as a Rico trial, I need to see someone else held accountable and not just Sean Combs. Need to be more people involved. We know how they did it with the mafia. It's almost like they're changing the game. They're changing the plan. We're going to do it this way. If it stick this way, then we know we can get anybody else we want on a RICO charge just by being one individual. That is interesting. Well, I just wanted to share my opinion. Hey, if you want to leave a comment, go ahead. Drop that comment. But don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this video. Appreciate you. I'm up and I'm out. And I'll talk to you guys later.